The MLD Network is back with more Plat League action. The Aviators and the Hurricanes on their way in here. They're getting themselves set up. They got to hype themselves up a little bit because both teams have been struggling just a little bit in their respective divisions. Jay will be joining me now as Kendo has been fired.
Yeah, he broke the fourth wall so much, and the reconstruction bill was higher than our budget because we spent it all on the intro. So we had to let somebody go. And apparently I forgot to fix the caster overlays because I was busy dealing with some other stuff. So let's just shift you over there, and then that's me, and then now we're good. Now Kendo is officially fired because I've taken his name off the overlay.
Name off the door. The nameplate is gone. It's everything's in shambles.
Yeah,
I guess you're gonna break out my hammer too.
Speaking of shambles, though, the Hurricanes going through a massive roster overhaul this past week as a couple of departures at the halfway mark of the season have them with a brand new roster. Uber making his way over from the Hawks franchise to take over the captaincy. He'll be playing alongside Man with a Plan, aka Big Thug Nasty on PSN. They'll be taking the field against Night Dog Wolf and Titus for the Aviators. Took a little while to get the players in here, Ninja, but I think without further ado, we can get these guys on the field. Get them set for this set of 5.
Did I mix up the rosters? Aviators is Uber and Big Thug Nasty?
That's backwards. That's the Hurricanes.
I mixed it up. Oh, man, I'm so good at my job. Look at this.
But
you know what I'm good at? You know what I'm good at, Jay? Rebuilding. Fourth walls and such.
You're killing me, Smalls.
But the team's already making their way out onto the pitch. Should be a heck of a matchup. I'm not quite sure exactly how both of these teams are going to fare with new rosters and such. This kickoff is already underway here for Game 1. Jay, what are you looking for from these teams?
For the Aviators, looking to kind of keep up their momentum. They need a little bit of ground. The Sky Division, very, very tough. But they've had a pretty good roster for the course of the season. For the Hurricanes, it's going to be settling in really, really early here. They need to kind of find chemistry, and they need to put the Aviators on notice very early on, especially because their division, the Tropic, a lot of tough competition there, especially in the Wizards leading it.
Yeah, the Canes are sitting second in the Tropic division. They have their work cut out for them as a shot comes out. Titus has to gather it up, and a back pass to alleviate some of that pressure. Uber chasing. Going for the demo on Titus, but you could see that Man with a Plan way out of position on that. And he's finally trying to make a challenge here. Uber, good challenge for the Canes. Titus just bullying a little bit. Finally, Uber able to clear this one away. See if he can take some control. Night Dog Wolf looming. Uber gets it up and above him. Titus is the only one back. Big Thug Nasty in position for a pass. Uber can't quite get there, and Knight able to clear this one away.
Really good patience from Uber, too. Actually got both challenges to go right by him down that wing. Just could not quite get the ball in front there. Look to see him keep control of that ball, try to set things up with the 1v1s.
Uber trying to center this again off the ceiling. Titus will miss. This is an open net. Knight did not rotate in, and luckily for the Hurricanes, Big Thug Nasty able to keep this one on that side, but you have to rotate back quickly. Bad touch off the wall. Uber, he barely stopped Knight, and luckily for the Hurricanes, they're able to clear this one away, keep it a 0-0 game.
That was a close one there. You can see Uber again going for that little bit of a mind game on Night Dog Wolf at the top of your box, but the danger with that, when you're doing that right in front of your own net, there's not a lot of room for error there, especially if you lose that challenge.
Big Thug takes on Night Doc Wolf, and Doc able to clear it out. Uber is back, trying to take some control, and he can't quite do that. Titus with a whiff. Uber debating on getting back into position, and he does, as Thug able to get it past Night Doc Wolf. Not a great touch here, though, and he's trying to stay with it. Uber is up. And not a great touch. Still 0-0. Both teams just having a little bit of a hard time once they get onto offense.
Yeah, just not quite able to string together a couple of good sequences of possession, try and get, the 1, 2, 3, 4 chances in a row that kind of break teams down. It's a A lot of back and forth, not quite really settled in either team here, as Uber's going to bully Titus out of the way in the backfield. Not going to get anything from it, though.
Doc, a little bit hesitant. Uber to take advantage, as it does not roll up because Titus stops it. I'm liking how the Aviators are more than comfortable letting one guy go and the other guy get back into position. As Titus is actually stopped on the field, he does resume motion. Actually puts him in a great spot for a shot. As both Hurricanes nearly double committed on that save. Uber out of the net. Back into the corner we go. Lots of corner play action here, Jay. It's kind of tough because the Hurricanes need that big clear. They finally get it. The Aviators not allowing anything to get near their net.
Yeah, the only problem with the big clear is if you don't have that big clear with both players on the opposition committed, you're just kind of giving the ball away to them because they're back set up on defense.
Oh,
good demo there, but just kind of rushed the shot, though. It was right at Titus as he was coming across the net there. Just need to be a little bit more economical with the ball, both teams right now.
Big Thug towards the net, off the post and out. Uber is there, but so was Titus in a big pinch to wrap it around the corner. Forces the Hurricanes to get out of there and get repositioned here. Aviators trying to take advantage. They have a chance. Doc electing to not go for the ball, playing very passive, is Night Dog Wolf. Squirt out towards the goal. It's gonna barely go in.
This is a pinch and a half here, but this gets really set up because you see how high Night Dog Wolf is on the wall there. It's very tough to challenge that ball like that. You kind of want to be second to the ball coming through the corner as the defender's coming out to meet it. Jump off the wall to cut off that inside line, because if you don't have that covered, it's going to go straight back on an angle towards your net, and that's exactly what happened.
Uber now trying to get some control. Doc chases him down. The pass to the center does come off the wall. Big Thug Nasty getting very nasty in that crease. Now Uber trying to extend the lead a little bit. The Knights, sorry, the Aviators, this is going to be confusing because Night Dog Wolf have a chance here. 3, 2, and the big save comes out. Uber keeps it alive. Ball dies out. The Hurricanes take game 1.
It was a really even first game, and it came down to one play that was avoidable, I think, for the Aviators to try and come away with that one. It's unfortunate that that's the only goal there. That's what separates the two teams. But if the teams can keep that up, if they can keep those levels up, that the play, aside from the inefficiencies on offense, if they can keep that up, and the Aviators had 6 shots, 6 saves from the Hurricanes. They put everything on frame. But they just weren't super challenging because I don't remember one big save that the Hurricanes had. And that tells you a lot.
And the Hurricanes played really solid. You know, they were exactly where they needed to be just about at all times. They managed to squeak this one out, but the Aviators have a little bit of work to do. And they'll be able to figure that out here in game 2 as we get it underway. There's a little bit tense. I think Night Dog Wolf got that first game jitter thing out of his system as we go off a kickoff. Positions himself nicely, but Uber gets the good challenge. Uh-oh, Aviators double committed on this play. Big Thug Nasty is lurking. Night Dog Wolf could not get the touch, and that right there was great patience by the man with the plan.
Yeah, Uber actually just wins that 50-50, forcing Night Dog Wolf, who's overcommitted into the corner, retreating backwards. I tell you, like, nothing good ever happens after 3 a.m. according to the How I Met Your Mother universe. Nothing good ever happens in Rocket League when you're driving backwards.
Unless you're Jacob.
Yeah, but nobody... I mean, it's a one-off!
As always, Jay, correct. Big Thug Nasty's up for this to clear this one out. Knight, not great positioning on the offensive ends. We couldn't take advantage of the good pass. Trying to keep it away from the Hurricane. Finally Uber did not get the touch he wanted.
Yeah, it's unfortunate there is Night Dog Wolf actually, it's not even just the touch that he wanted. Night Dog Wolf, really good scoop, getting that ball around Uber, forcing him all the way back on the retreat. Can't lunge to get there. Just a great interception at midfield, turns into a goal. Really well done for the Aviators.
Titus fighting it out in the midfield there off a kickoff. Now he's going to line up for a shot. Super patient by the Hurricanes. They're just waiting for it. 1 minute has elapsed here in game 2. Not a great touch there by Titus. Big Thug Nasty looking for it. Going to be slightly off target. Uber to follow. Looking for that corner, but Titus is there, perfectly placed. Save it out. Titus with the kill. Big miss. Now it's an open net. Big Thug Nasty had the shot. He just could not line it up properly. And we're still tied at 1.
And right now, a couple of great chances for the Hurricanes. Almost had a good Statue of Liberty play there, but in transition, they're going to give this one up. And this comes down to not getting the clear off the backward there. Big Thug Nasty tries to go up, just times it wrong. Uber's coming back, takes that direct line, really no spacing to try and respond to that one. Titus with the good accuracy sneaks it in short side.
The man with the plan had a plan. He just didn't execute it properly. And learning how to do that off the backboard is so crucial. It comes in very handy, but it's also tough to do. And speaking of the man himself, right to Night Doc Wolf, who's trying to take some control here, but Mr. Thug looking for a pass out to Uber. Didn't get the touch he wanted. Now it's off backboard and popped straight up, pop fly style. Titus out of net, straight to Big Thug Nasty. Luckily, Night Doc Wolf is there, and the Aviators trying to keep this 1-goal lead. Here comes Uber out of the net. Good idea by him. Great timing, even though Titus was pressuring him nicely. Uber trying to figure out what he wants to do next. Leaves it for the man with the plan, who has a plan to get past 1. Fortunately, mechanically not able to follow up. So we hit halftime. Night Doc Wolf knew that shot was going to... went for the bump instead. Probably should have followed it up with a doink or something just to make it happen, but another shot towards the net, and Uber throws it towards the side. A good touch by him.
Big
Uber with an open net. Oh, no, it's way off target. Sorry about that, Jay.
No worries. Big double commit by the Aviators there in that corner. They had such great pressure up to that point, but they finally got a little bit too close to each other in that corner. They're really lucky they don't pay for it, defending the 2-1 lead right now. Oh,
Big Thug Nasty read that play perfectly. He will knock it in. We're tied at 2.
You could see the play developing in Night Doc Wolf's eyes. He's trying to pass that, but Titus doesn't read it. He just turns, falls away from that ball. He needed to cut towards his teammate. Communication's so important as that one just stays in no man's land. Hurricanes tied up.
Thug straight to Titus. He's going to try to play this off the wall. Actually, elects to go for boost instead. Probably not a smart move, but that's all right. Knight couldn't read that one off the corner. Here comes Big Thug Nasty. Not going to work out as Titus takes him on head on. Rotating back is the Hurricanes. Pass. Fortunately, Night Doc Wolf couldn't quite get the angle he wanted. Instead, it pops up towards the corner. Big Thug Nasty not sure what to do. Uber with the clear. Nice and solid. Good patience by Uber, Jay. I'm noticing that as the Hurricanes super comfortable on their side.
Yeah, the Hurricanes right now defensively very well positioned. They're not really stretching to try and get the ball out there, although, as I say that, a little bit of a double commit. A little bit of communication problem, I'm sure, though. Uber and Big Thug Nasty, separate platforms, PlayStation and PC, obviously, so you know there's no natural, innate communication when you're on Discord on a PlayStation, because you need something like a laptop or your phone, and Discord voice on phone is not the greatest prospect for trying to work with people.
It's not fun, but it can be done, but it does take some team synergy to make it work. This one drops down. That's very dangerous. Titus able to get a little bit of a touch on it. We're still tied at 2. Both teams just duking it out right now. Not much time left. Big Thug Nasty towards the net. Titus can't get there.
Great recovery from Big Thug Nasty onto the boards. Watch this after he makes the hit. Lands all 4 wheels down. Titus doesn't react in time. He's turning towards the ball, realizes what's happened. By the time he gets his car pointed in the right direction, it's already too late. The shot comes in. Another late lead for the Hurricanes. Will they hold on to this one as well?
Pops out here for Uber. That is dangerous and in. I thought it might hit crossbar, but it did not. Straight in, a great shot.
That's probably going to do it here in Game 2. Perfect kickoff goal. Uber with the accuracy. Titus got contact on that one. Just could not close the door down. 2 goals in 15 seconds. It's going to be tough. Doable, but tough.
That is here off a kickoff. Time winds down. A shot. Gets it past Big Thug Nasty. 9 seconds on the clock. It's down to the wire.
Okay, there's life. This is great control here. Picks up a couple of boost pads, sees the defender move just a little bit, snaps that one off. Really good placement just above the player in net. They've got life. One more like that. It's 4-4 overtime right on deck.
Titus again has a shot. Big Thug Nasty doesn't want to make the same mistake again. Instead, he attacks Titus. A good idea as time winds down here. Night Doc Wolf has to keep this one alive. Big Thug Nasty let it die, and he does. The Hurricanes take Game 2.
That was almost a carbon copy of the last one. Unfortunately for the Aviators, Titus could not keep the handle on that dribble. Actually managed to walk past that point where he was going to be able to avoid the save. So, well played to both teams. That was a good game. That was a really good, really close game. And you get the sense that if the Aviators can just lock it down a little bit and they can capitalize on more of those chances, another 8 shots this game, 4 of them saved, 3 of them in the net, a few more of those not into a defender, probably going to go a long way towards at least getting them on the winning side of the scoreboard.
So the Aviators have some really good placement. Like, shot placement is dead on. It's where the shot needs to be. If they can get a little bit more accurate, maybe speed up their play a touch, I think they'd be great. They'd be a force to be reckoned with, and we'll have to see what they can do here. Game 3, though, is the Hurricanes. They're just playing straight up solid Rocket League right now.
Yeah, and for a team that, like we said, kind of came together in the past week after a number of roster changes for the Hurricanes, it's very reassuring to see how quickly they've meshed as a team on the pitch.
I think the man with the plan just wants to let the Hurricane family know that they have nothing to worry about. At least here in the Platinum League. Uber now in his own corner, or in the opposition corner, I should say. Titus able to clear. Big clear. Uber to follow. Nice doink. That's towards the net and right in.
This is a good sequence of relay plays. Uber pinches it out front for Big Thug Nasty, who goes upfield, and Uber right onto that one. Very aggressive to the ball. Gets a textbook doink. Far side and in. Great 1-2-1 to get that one from the defensive corner into the offensive net.
Here's Uber. Trying to make something happen here. Titus able to get a touch on it. Slow this down. Advancing. Can't get past Big Thug Nasty, though. Uber trying to get some speed on this ball. Titus not a great touch. Probably should have left that for Night Doc Wolf. But Doc. Nice play there, but Titus nowhere near. Uber came out of net at the right time to make that happen. Grab some boost. Titus to shut it down. Titus again. Oh, the pre-jump there by the man with the plan. He completely saw it coming, Jay. We're starting to see the Hurricane squad light up.
Yeah, the Aviators right now, after giving up that early goal, a little bit deeper into their own end. And I feel like that might let them down just a touch because you don't get that offensive response to chances like that when you start falling back.
That was really close to that could have potentially been disastrous for the man with the plan, but able to throw it towards his own corner. Now still there. Titus, not a great touch. Uber has to come out. Straight back to Doc and back towards that green net. Finally, Big Thug Nasty, big dunk. Potential here. Uber right towards the net. It's off the crossbar. Fortunately, Big Thug Nasty can't follow it up. Double commit. Trying to knock it in is the man with the plan. It didn't work out as we have less than 3 minutes left here. Game 3. Trying to figure out exactly what the Aviators are trying to do here. They constantly putting the ball in the corner instead of on target. Titus now looking for the target. That will go wide. Titus, big, huge bump on the man with the plan. Now it's an open net. Titus, can he do it? No, he didn't find the angle he needed off of the front part of that Octane. As we have surpassed halftime, Jay, it's getting a little bleak here for the Aviators. They're having a rough time getting any offense moving.
You know what they're kind of trying to do right now? They're trying to put the ball into a spot to force the Hurricanes to make a clear. What they're trying to bank on is that the Hurricanes won't execute that clear properly. It's just not happening right now, so they need to make an adjustment. They need to really try and get productive touches on the offense to try and break the team down.
Knight staying patient there, waiting for the ball to come to him as Titus gets the massive clear. Now Knight looking for the pass. Went for a bump too. It didn't quite work out. Fortunately, the play falls apart for them. Hurricanes keeping this one interesting. Oh, this is dangerous. Night Doc Wolf to defend. Didn't get the touch he needed, but Titus gets the clear. Good coverage from the Aviators. That is some communication if I've ever seen it.
Yeah, the difficulty for the Hurricanes, and they won't pay for it. They lunged in trying to force that goal to happen. They'll get one, though, as Big Thug Nasty with a Big Thug dunk puts it in from downtown.
Night Doc Wolf realized way too late that a play was developing in front of him as he was facing the wrong way to make anything happen. He managed to wheel it around to at least make a challenge, but like you said, dunk haven there for the man with the plan, Big Thug Nasty.
Part of the problem with that for the Aviators, they spaced out a little bit too far. You get that tendency when you have a teammate coming up with the ball and you're looking for the pass that it's going to go all the way cross court. A lot of the times, it's better to be just a little bit more central, a little bit closer to your teammate before they start to use the ball to make that pass, because then you can respond to a wider range of things happening.
Oh man, the way this play developed, Night Doc Wolf found himself in a really awkward position, trying to make something happen here. But Uber, playing off of Big Thug Nasty's touch, able to make this one a 3-0. The Hurricanes looking strong again.
Yeah, posterized Night Doc Wolf there, dunk the clear, rest is academic.
Is Night Doc Wolf in the new car?
I think that is a werewolf. I don't actually know what it looks like.
I think he's in the new car. I can't get a good beat on him. As the Aviators score. Finally, Titus able to throw one in.
Ninja Rider squinting into his monitor to try and figure that one out. Just good rotation there. The type of pressure you want. You want to force the Hurricanes into a spot where they can't defend effectively. That's exactly what happened. The Aviators finally taking advantage of that, get one on the board.
Can confirm it is a werewolf. Speaking of wolves, Night Doc Wolf trying to make something happen here. Oh, he took Titus's touch away. Now it's a double commit and right down Main Street. It'll miss. Oops. The 2-goal lead, though, the Hurricanes probably not kicking themselves too hard, just trying to keep it away from their net mostly. Big Thug Nasty lines up a shot right off of Titus. Oh, that was brutal.
You could see Titus. He's like, okay, my teammate got this. I'm going to go for a boost. Oh, wait, I got to jam that handbrake. And he just didn't get the contact he wanted. Big Thug Nasty, again, dunks the clear, gets the turtle goal credit for that one. 4-1.
Ball squirts out towards the side. Time is winding down here for this Aviator squad, as the Hurricanes pretty much have their number right now. Time's just going to wind down. They might be able to get a consolation goal. They will. It's going to be too late, I feel, here. 2 goals, 4 seconds. That's a tough call.
You need the most supersonic of pinches off the kickoff to get in 1 second. And then you need to keep the ball up on 0 seconds once you close it to 4-3. I think it's just a little bit out of reach for the Aviators at this point.
Time's going to wind down here. Titus going to try to salvage something out of it. He won't be able to. The Hurricanes take Game 3. It's a 3-0 series so far.
Just, again, good fundamentals for the Hurricanes. They're
Yeah.
doing exactly the things that they need to do to win games right now. And the Aviators, they're not playing poorly, but they're not playing well enough.
I'd have to agree with that assessment completely. Aviators have had some decent chances to make something happen, but really the Hurricanes, they've just been able to defend their net very well and get those nice long clears, especially when the Aviators start to double commit, which they tend to do a lot. If they can clean that up, I think that they'd be able to not have so many goals scored on them, basically.
The biggest thing to break down a really well-drilled defense is you need to put the ball into spots that force them to make plays that they're not going to make. And a lot of that also comes down to your teammate positioning themselves in a place where they can respond to that less than optimal line from the defense. And the Aviators just aren't doing that. They're getting a little bit too narrow. They're just not quite optimally positioned to respond to the ball as it travels and as the Hurricanes are getting their clears.
So we move here into Game 4. 2 more games here for the evening, and that'll close out the broadcast. Thank you all for joining us tonight here on the MLD Network, live on Twitch. Big Thug Nasty trying to get creative with his ball touch. Unfortunately, he just got in the way of Uber. This is not good. An open net, and the Aviators not able to take advantage as of yet. Night Dog Wolf is up. Everybody whiffs. Is Uber now going to drive it all the way down? Yep. Yeah, that's going in.
This play breaks down because Titus misses the midfield boost. It doesn't let him get on the side of the ball to cut the angle. When he grabs the ball up the backboard, it's fine, but the problem is, as Night Dog Wolf comes in, Titus also turns in to try and play that ball. He has to either call off Night Dog Wolf so he stays back, or Night Dog Wolf has to call him off to let Titus know to just go straight back and try and cover that if they miss.
See if the Aviators be able to clean that up a little bit, but they're starting to group up again. As Titus just slams Night Dog Wolf out of the way. Titus has to race back, gets the save. Uber is there. Can't get the touch, though. And again, the man with the plan tries, but not to any avail as of yet. The Aviators just leave the ball. Night Dog Wolf content to sit in net right now. He's looking to attack, but so does the man with the plan, and luckily it was deflected away by Knight. Everybody taking a little bit of a breather here. Uber grabs the boost and even slams it off the wall. Not a great touch as the ball pops straight up, and the spin of the ball throws it to center. Big Thug Nasty right on target and around 1.
Can't let a ball hover in your end like this. You see how far back Big Thug Nasty comes from? He's basically on his goal line when this starts. Titus is so much closer to that ball, but he just takes a step forward and then stops like he can't get to that one. If you're going to move, you have to be decisive and go for that one, especially when it's right at the top of your box.
Even if you miss it, you know, you have a chance, especially if you go underneath the ball, you have a chance of hitting the guy that's coming at it. And that right there can easily turn the tide of a game. I've seen it happen many times. Or just being aggressive.
Just be decisive.
And
that's all it comes down to. Just be decisive.
Out to center. Night Dog Wolf is there, but Big Thug Nasty shadows nicely and slams it out towards his corner. Not a great touch here from Titus. He'll recover. But again, the patience from the man with the plan. Comes out in spades as Uber cleans up the play, moves it to the offensive end. Titus slows it down. Night Dog Wolf and Big Thug Nasty were tangling on the other side of the field, but he recovers well and takes the shot. The man with the plan gets goal 3.
This is turning into a tougher and tougher night at the office for the Aviators right now as Titus gets beat in the corner. Night Dog Wolf just a little bit too slow, grabbing the boost and coming across to save that one. But it's, again, not enough pressure defensively in the Aviators' end right now. They're just giving up too many easy plays.
Coming up here on halftime, Aviators have a lot to clean up. They're just kind of slow to the ball and allowing the Hurricanes tons of room to make these plays. Titus, slow play out. Uber attacks nicely coming from his goal line. Trying to make something happen here. Night Dog Wolf with a miss. That'll allow Thug Nasty to make a pass. Uber electing to not go for it. They have a 3-goal lead. Jay, no, I think that was a smart move.
Yeah, I mean, you don't
maybe not.
Okay.
Okay.
You don't need to pressure when you're up 3-1. It's always nice to do so, but not really sure what happened on that one. Uber just went for the boost in the corner, kind of put himself in an awkward spot because he didn't play the ball. He grabbed the boost, and the next thing he knew, the ball was by him. Not sure what happened to Man with a Plan on that one there. Never saw him on the replay. The Aviators with a little bit of life just past halftime.
Let's see what they can do. They have some time. Matter of actually doing something with it, I guess. This Night Dog Wolf gave up possession to the man with the plan towards the net again. Titus read it well and throws it towards the corner. Uber Can't make anything happen. So Big Thug Nasty off the crossbar. This is getting crazy. Straight to Titus, though, who manages to get it cleared.
And the Hurricanes very lucky that the Aviators out a boost on that one that could have been right up Main Street and cut the lead down to a single goal. But the Aviators scrambling so far in their own end and just running out of boost, they're just not hitting the pennies. And and Kendo touched on it last series. That's a great angle, though.
Yes,
Titus taking advantage of a weak clear.
So Night Dog Wolf just kind of doinking this one in, in the crease, and Big Thug Nasty's going to miss this. Titus, perfect angle, manages to slice that one by the post and right in. 1.5 minutes left, Jay. The Aviators have a chance.
They have a chance. They just need to keep doing what they've been doing, which is getting the Hurricanes to try and play the ball a little bit. A little bit overzealously. That was exactly what happened there. Just nobody at home for the Aviators to finish it off.
Comes Uber again. Straight at Knight. Wolf able to get it past one. Can't get it past Uber. Now Titus has to come up for the play. Looking for a pass. Night Dog Wolf was not there for it. This is popped up. Man with the plan. Can't quite get the aerial he's looking for. Past Uber is Knight. Titus is nowhere near to help out. And it was Big Thug Nasty able to get in there. 45 left. The Aviators seemed a little bit more organized. They seemed a lot more confident after those 2 goals. See what they can do here. Night Dog Wolf, that's towards center. Very dangerous. Big Thug Nasty not allowing himself to get baited in. And that is a good call by both Hurricanes, Jay.
Yeah, right now they've got that 1-goal lead. All they have to do is make sure they don't give up easy possession here. As Night Dog Wolf's shot just a little bit put aside by one of the Hurricanes players. Didn't quite catch who that was.
Here it goes. One last push potentially for the Aviators. The time winds down. One last shot. Night Dog off the curve of the wall there. Uber to finally clear this one away. It looks like it's going to be a dead ball. Yes, it will. The Hurricanes take game 4. They're looking at a sweep.
The patience by Uber and net on that post, waiting to see if that ball's going to stay alive, find its way out in front for that 0-second attempt. The second that it does, and the Aviators don't have an immediate shot, he's up, he clears it. It's a great example, though. But again, look at the score, the scoreboard.
Yeah.
8 shots for the Aviators, 4 saves out of Big Thug Nasty, and they still can only find 2 goals from it.
They got to get that accuracy. They need to get some of those team plays going. They had hints of that happening, but the Hurricanes just had really good defense, and they were attacking the ball once that get anywhere near their crease, and that helped them out a lot. The 2 goals that the Aviators got were, let's face it, they were pretty good shots. Let's face it.
Yeah, the thing that's really kind of striking me is that the Aviators, I can't remember a really good bump or a really good demo that they've had all game.
That's true.
I think they just, for this last game, they need to just throw it to the wind, get physical, put the ball in the corner, grab the boost, make a beeline for the guy on the goal line, because it's the Platte League. You know there's going to be a guy there. Get disruptive. Then when your teammate's being disruptive, be in a position that you can attack the ball when the other player has to try and play that ball afterwards.
Knight looking to set something up here for Titus, who's on his way back. Big Thug Nasty leaving that one alone. Night Dog Wolf, not a great touch. That should have been towards the net. Instead, it's off to the side. Out of the corner now. Uber not quite ready. A shot coming through. The Aviators get the first one.
This is much better play from the Aviators right now. Get the ball in the corner. Uber's retreating back towards his back post there. No problem with that defensively, except for the fact that the ball's already there. Decisiveness from Night Dog Wolf. Comes in, attacks that ball, puts it into the net. Aviators finally get on the board first.
Flashing here in the midfield, both teams trying to gather some control of the ball. Uber knocks it around, actually demos Night Dog Wolf for his transgressions. Big Thug Nasty looking for a pinch, didn't quite work out. Titus out of net towards the opposite side. Uber to catch. Just lets Titus do his thing. Can't get it past Night Dog Wolf, but luckily the man with plan is there. A shot coming out. Night Dog Wolf reads it very well as the first minute is starting to go away here in Game 5. Let's see what the Hurricanes can do here in their corner. past Titus. Night Dog Wolf was expecting Titus to get the shot, but he kind of hung back. Now a big demo. Speaking of getting physical, Titus needs to gather this ball up for a shot, and it turned into a 2-on-1 before he could.
Unfortunately, didn't quite catch it on the fly there after making that demo. Had a huge opportunity to bring that under control, try and drive that into a spot where he could have forced a tougher play out of the Hurricanes defense. As it stood, a little bit too low, a little bit too easy. They don't get a great opportunity from it.
Uber able to advance off of the kerfuffle that happened there midfield. Titus, oh, he barely touched it. That was enough to knock it off trajectory. And Knight able to finally clear this one away. He's trying to follow it through, though. Might have thought Titus was going to go for it, and the nice shot in. Wasn't comfortable with the shot, so he didn't take it. That second try was perfect.
Yeah, the front flip to position himself got him a little too close to where that ball fell down. Big Thug Nasty, huge lunge at that one, pulls himself way out of position. Uber just can't get there in time. 2-goal lead, the first lead we've seen for the Aviators all series long.
Like you said, they've kind of thrown it to the wind. They're just doing what they need to do to even get something out of this series. Now Uber has a shot. Night Dog Wolf credited with the save, and Titus with the clear. Team play all over the place for that goal line. The Aviators trying to keep this 2-goal lead. That's not a great touch. Luckily, Night Dog knew that it needed to be there. A big whiff coming out from the man with the plan, Big Thug Nasty. Titus tries to flip it up, but it didn't quite work as Uber attacked ferociously. Now attacked again by Titus. And that leaves one-on-one there for Big Thug Nasty and Knight. Night Dog Wolf trying to advance, gets bodied. Hurricanes getting super physical now that they've taken a couple of demos. Oh, what a save! But that's going to leave it open. Big Thug Nasty putting them on the board.
Yeah, the bumps just never quite reset the Aviators' rotation there. Titus gets beat by Uber. Night Dog Wolf forced into a save as he came around on the rotation. Probably could have gotten a little bit further back towards the goal line and maybe hit that ball just a little bit harder into the corner, but he kind of got that side flip on it, and you and I both know that you don't get a lot of power on the side flip unless you really connect with that corner of the hitbox.
Uber now. Trying to get some speed behind this ball. Trying to draw out the Aviators. It was a good idea. Unfortunately, ball just sailing over the net. Now Big Thug Nasty right back to center in the awaiting Titus. Actually, right back towards net. Night Dog Wolf luckily rotated in time. Didn't get the boost. And then he flipped into the ball and kind of threw him off course. Left for Titus. That should have been a shot, but it was off target. Titus left it for Knight. Uber's the only one there. Can he pop it up? No! Uber going backwards, not able to make the save. It's 3-1.
Yeah, it's tough when your teammate gets bumped out of the way from that one. You come in for the challenge and you don't win it. Falls down awkwardly, and you see him, all that momentum, as he backs up into net. He jumps. He would have been in position to make the save, but he didn't pull the brake to try and stop his momentum before he jumped.
Uber? Oh, man, I thought that was going to be a shot. Just kind of flew underneath it. Now the Aviators are a little bit all over each other. Need to clean that up quickly, or else the Hurricanes will be able to take advantage of that. Again, all over each other. Now nobody's in position. Big Thug Nasty taking advantage. 1-goal game, 1.5 minutes left.
You have to know when not to play the ball. Night Dog Wolf, thinking he's disrupting the offense for the Hurricanes, actually clears that ball over his teammate's head, who's a little bit too close, but still in a better position than him to play that ball. There are times when playing the ball is not the correct option.
Can't argue with that. Especially this Aviator squad. They seem to be kind of all over each other here in the last minute or so. Titus looking for a shot. Didn't time it properly. This will roll out and away. Uber able for the clear. Straight to Knight, though. Both teams having a hard time just keeping possession for the most part. Anytime that anybody's able to get a little bit of possession, it's usually challenged, like Night Dog needed to right there. But Titus actually with a demo worked out well. 1 minute left. Game 5. The last game of this stream of the week here on the MLE Network. It's coming down to the wire. The Hurricanes looking to score and tie this up. The Aviators want that dagger quick. Uber stopping the advance. Night Dog Wolf has to come out of net. He actually hits the brakes. Oh, a good move. Nice flip to stop the advance of Uber. Now Titus needs to come around before Uber can get there, and he can't. This one heads out to the side, and Night Dog Wolf to advance. Big Thug Nasty. Oh, that was so close. Titus had a beat on it. Just couldn't get there.
Been a little tough for him to hit that shot, though. He had so much sideways momentum that probably would have just shanked that well wide. Did not lunge in on that one, especially trying to defend the 1-goal lead here.
Pinch play? Not quite. Titus will clear this one out. Either score or kill. And that'll kill it out. The Aviators take game 5. It ends up being a 4-1 scoreline there for the final game of our series.
Tough night at the office for the Aviators, Ninja. Just
a bit.
A lot of chances that just did not quite work out for them. And they'll probably look back on this one and be like, you know what, there were a couple opportunities that we had that could have gone a little bit better. But full credit to them. When it came down to it, when they needed to get a win out of the series, they did that. They gutted it out. They started getting their shots. They started getting their spacing up with improvement.
Yeah. And improvement is something that's definitely needed on that squad. You can tell that they're having a little bit of a hard time gelling. There were some issues there, slight communication errors, and just kind of general mechanical errors really plagued them a little bit this series, at least. And that's all stuff that can be improved. So,
yeah, but I'll tell you what.
Give him a couple of weeks. I kind of want to see him again.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, though. The one thing that if you want to be a really good player in the Platinum League and push your way up the ranks, work on your decision making. Understand that mechanical skill is the easiest thing to learn in Rocket League, because anybody can sit there and drill mechanical skill for hours on end and master the mechanics. But if you don't understand how a play develops and when to use the mechanics you've learned, then nothing that you've learned mechanically will help you improve, because you'll continue to make the same mistakes regardless of how well you actually control your car.
Well said.
On that note, thank everybody so much for coming out this weekend. We do this Thursday through Sunday, 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Pacific, every single night with 3 matches. We'll be seeing you guys week 7. It'll be on Neo Tokyo. Not the Underpass version, unfortunately, but... Oh yeah, Ninja doesn't like Underpass. Anyway, big shout out to
I love Underpass. Give me Underpass. I don't want this new Neo Tokyo. What is this?
But you remember what happened last time you played Underpass?
I don't care. You know, the last time I played that, I learned that map. It forced me to learn the map, and I was brilliant on it.
I will take that. Big shout out to our friends at Arctic Cooling, arctic.ac. Check them out if you need an upgrade in your PC cooling departments. And as always, a huge shout out to our sponsors, Balls Guarana Energy Soda. Get free shipping on your next order with code MLD at checkout, ballsbawls.com. And if you've loved the plays that you've seen tonight, make sure you have them clipped. Send them to us on Twitter at MLDoubles, hashtag MLDPOTW. And if you happen to be part of our community as well, new channel on Discord for you to submit your Play of the Week nominees there. Winner every week, getting a case of Balls Guarana as voted by you, the fans. So as we close out week 6, we're past the halfway point for the Platinum League. Week 7 coming up, that's the halfway point for the Champion League. We will see you guys back, as always, Thursday night, 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Pacific. Did what Ninja did last night. But big thank you to Kendo for opening up the show tonight. Ninja Rider for joining me as always. You can follow us on our Twitters. Use the exclamation casters command to pick those up out of the chat. And a huge shout out to everybody behind the scenes making this run as smoothly as possible. Stick around, guys. We're going to throw you over to the Rocket Dailies. Help them pick out which plays of the week from the greater Rocket League community you guys are interested in. And we'll see you guys back Thursday night. Total Goal Thursday for week 7 from Neo Tokyo. Have a good night.